Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. We have already started here. Looking to play him in.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive? A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, Peter, the inclusion of this fella, Mickey van de Ven, is probably an indication that the boss wants to play out from the back. I mean, we all talk about how brilliant his recovery pace is when it comes to defending, but he's actually quite tasty on the ball too, particularly with his long-range passing, and he loves those diagonals at times, and he's one to watch out for.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. And just to confirm that the referee did issue a yellow card for that earlier incident. Szoboszlai. He's going to be disappointed with that. Chouameni. It is early, but the game hasn't yet sparked into life. Now James. Grimaldo. And Thiaw. James. Yamal. Nice looking ball. Yamal looking to get on the end of this. Rodri did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on.
Well, if you dwell on it for that long, that's what happens. Well, neither defence has had a wake-up call yet, because neither attack has turned up.
Aimed beyond the defence. Vinicius Junior receives it in a good position here. Modric. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Nice bit of trickery. Cristiano Ronaldo. And it's made its way to him. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. There's the shot! Oh, that was no routine save.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
And we have our very first corner. Point-blank header! Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in. Oh, he's been caught napping. He's shifting from... Can he finish? Oh, denied! Brilliantly!
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
This their second corner of the game. Tries to get it clear. Referee has just said play on. And now a sudden chance to counter. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now it's Yamal. He's in plenty of space here. Well, there's the clearance. That'll be a throw. And that's definitely not his best. What a throw in. Here comes the cross. Çalhanoğlu, little pass back. Grimaldo. And it's Çalhanoğlu. James. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Still waiting for the game's first breakthrough goal. No, that's been intercepted. Modric. Valverde. Great vision. Oh, super ball. And he shoots! Hakimi charging forward down that flank. And that's a throw-in. Oh, good steal. He just read it. That's really well cleared. Played back in. And he's managed to get free. They're urging him to shoot. And the finish! Goal! Arsenal! There is the breakthrough. A moment that needed composure, and he had plenty of it.
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
So the first goal of the game.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
He has found the way through. And the whistle goes for half-time. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
And the game has already resumed here.
Well, I think in these circumstances it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open. If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Now it's Modric. Modric stood his ground strongly. And the counter is on. Oh, that's well spotted. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. And the return pass. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior puts his foot on the gas. Rodri. Now Van de Ven. Valverde was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Can he get on the end of this? And this is Modric. This looks promising. He's cut it out. Chouameni. Now that's well seen too. Yamal being hunted in packs.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here.
Vinicius Junior is onto this. It's a promising position. And he's there to belt it away. Well, they've got it back in a hurry.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
They're coming again and again.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Valverde. And it's Modric. Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. Not the most accurate pass. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Well, he certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. And he is going into that little black book.
Substitution for Arsenal. Number 19.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Number 11. Soboslai. Number 8. Modric.
So Jim, what are you thinking?
Look, they may be one down, but they're not shying away. Time is on their side, and they're set on using it.
Knocks it into space. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge.
Joshua Kimmich. Number 18.
Kimmich.
Substitution.
Well, they're certainly pressing with purpose here. He's found a way through. Now, what about this cross?
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Van Dijk. Whistle's gone, that's foul. Wan-Bissaka. Van de Ven. Into the last quarter of an hour.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Pedri going face-to-face with his great rival. Cross to the back post.
What a letdown when you've got such presence and movement.
It is looking like the end. If anything's going to happen, it's got to happen now.
At least they're going about it as they should, having brought this on themselves.
Now it's Rafael Leao. Kimmich. Tries to play it through. Cristiano Ronaldo. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Good ball. Can he finish?
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Bellingham goes short. Not quite sure who got the final touch, but it will be another corner. Corner number 2 then. Kimmich plays it short.
Arsenal really wanted that two-goal cushion, but it wasn't to be. Still, they should be able to see it out from here.
Paz. And it's James. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
That's an imaginative pass. Ronaldo looking to run onto it.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Climbs up big! And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. And this is Lukaku.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Van de Ven kept his eye. And that is as far as it goes. Well, that was tense. The two parties separated by the game's only really meaningful moment. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here, a clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. My name's Peter Drury, and here's my co-commentator for the game, it's Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, always good to work with you. I'm really looking forward to this now.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. And already we're underway here. João Neves gets into a good position. Vinicius Junior goes on a charge down the left. Nicely shaped ball. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Oh, super ball! Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much traffic.
Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Well, it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Nicely aimed pass. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
One of the game's best ever, Cristiano Ronaldo. He brings a power to whatever he does, and his unquenchable thirst for goals is always an enjoyable sideshow. It's very rare he fails to leave his mark.
Yes, he's certainly the one who carries the hopes of his team. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Nicely weighted ball. It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Goal! Arsenal! The breakthrough strike! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Lukaku, and that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
That's a shade optimistic. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Passing is crisp and sharp. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. João Neves.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
He's onside. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now it's Vinicius Junior. Now it's Szoboszlai.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And this is Modric. João Neves. That is good alertness. Arsenal applying the press here, a high press.
Yeah, we see this so often these days, but it does demand an awful lot of work rate and, of course, the discipline, because it has to be with everyone. It can't be with one or two. If that starts happening here, it'll just fall away.
Yeah, and there are so much of them, but of course the returns can be terrific. Van de Ven. And Thiaw opts for safety. And it's Grimaldo. Çalhanoğlu. That's a good ball out wide. Now it's Yamal. And it's Wan-Bissaka. Now that looks a decent ball. It's a promising position. Pass is just off target. Thiaw.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Chooses to go cross-field, and Grimaldo. Van de Ven. Sends it cross-field. Yamal. Oh, that looks a cracking ball. That's a decent clearance. Out towards the flank. Tries to play it through. Fired deep towards... He's got tall! And he has kept it out somehow!
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Van de Ven is there, and he can get that clear. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Nice physical challenge. And it's half-time here. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean...
Oh, he's been caught on it here! Wan-Bissaka. Knocks it into space. Rodri. And it's Szoboszlai. Looking tidy in possession here. And that pass just didn't quite work. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Calhanoglu. Here's Tchouaméni. Thiaw. And Wan-Bissaka. Thiaw. And it's Wan-Bissaka. Down by a goal, needing to go up a gear. That's how it looks here. Valverde has it in a wide position. Opts to play it back. Van de Ven deals with that comfortably.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
And it's been taken short. And now they can spring out of defence. Tchouaméni to Calhanoglu. Lukaku is being harried and hassled.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here. Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Great ball if he can get there. Szoboszlai chasing after it.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Vinicius Junior looking to get on the end of this. Szoboszlai. Lovely bit of skill. And it's Valverde. And this is Ronaldo. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside.
Substitution for Arsenal. Number 10.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
Number 19. Vinicius Junior.
The most accurate pass.
Number 8.
Bellingham.
Modric.
Charlotte.
Number 9.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out.
Number 11.
Pedri.
Soboslai.
Your impression so far,
Coming
Jim?
on the field.
Well, the time has arrived
Number
to start
5.
taking risks. They may well be happy just to level
Number
this.
6. Rafael Leão.
Now it's Madueke.
Number 23.
Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward,
Number 37.
looking to play him in.
Number 7.
And it's Alexander-Arnold. Across it goes.
Taking place.
Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Oh, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense.
Look, this is so frustrating. Passing without any end product is just passing time.
Rafael Leão gets flagged offside. Grimaldo, played out to the left flank. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Time and again they are repelled. He is through here. Looking for options for movement. Bellingham receives it in a good position here. And he's found the way. Can he finish? It's bounced back off the post. And that would have been game, set and match.
Just got too eager there, I think, Peter. Had half an eye on the two-goal cushion.
Grimaldo. And he's forced to go back. It is looking like the end. If anything's going to happen, it's got to happen now.
Look, their path is set. They have to take risks in every situation now.
Rafael Leão picks it up out wide. Corner number 2 then. Kimmich plays it short.
Arsenal nearly finished it off there, but now it's a case of waiting for the whistle.
Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Now it's Rafael Leão.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer and quickly.
2 added minutes has
Pedri.
been indicated.
2 minutes to be added on. Paz. Madueke. Ah, such a clever touch. Cross to the back post. And that's that. So in the end, 1 goal did it. An exciting encounter where both sides produced a